They'll come eventually. They have to.
They're fired? And what's going on? They're fired just like a...
I don't know, they're just checking it out right now. Does it go off for you guys downstairs?
Yeah, they just take the ring.
It sounds like the fire alarm's been turned off. This morning I'm going to try my Vivobarefoot Motus on the trail and run home. That's these guys here. I haven't done them much for trail running because they do have smoother traction, but I think it's worthwhile testing out. I'm also trying out the Google Fitness tracking app because I've been finding that my Fitbit app has been crashing a lot lately, which either means that I can't use it at all, or I have to repeatedly restart my phone, or it'll start tracking and then it skips entire sections, which kind of defeats the whole point of tracking. A bit later than my usual. I've been going out at about 4:30 to 5:30 start. It's just after 7 now. It was a particularly chilly morning and I was enjoying my coffee on the balcony and decided I'd give myself a little bit of extra time. It does mean that there'll be more people out on the trail, but that's fine. I've got a mission, I've got a good audiobook, and why not? It's a good day. One of the people that I follow is Wheaton, and over the last year he's been, I don't know, transforming or learning to make better choices for himself. One of the things that I respect about this is the fact that he's been really open about it in public forums, and discussing depression and anxiety and weight loss, or making better choices for himself. I think the more that people reveal who they are and what their struggles are, the more, and I hate to use this word, but I think it's apt, the more normalized it is, the more people see themselves in others and understand that they're not alone and are able to exhibit compassion. But the point of this is he inspired me to try an app because he's been running and uses the app. I think it's like Run Zombie, or it's a zombie chase app. Anyway, that's another app that I downloaded that I'm going to go try on the run home. I'm pretty excited about it because apparently it incorporates goals and like supplies gathering. There's a plot, kind of a radio play element. I'll see what it's like. But anything that gamifies or has goal setting and badges or things like that, I love. I'm so goal oriented that I'll set goals for things that that don't need goals, just for the fun of it. I kind of love the first approach on the crunch. I've done it 8 or 9 times now so far, and I've learned to both love and hate it. There's something about digging into yourself and pushing through a bit of pain. It's not like this climb is that hard, certainly not compared to many other things, but it's turned out to be a lovely daily challenge, or depending on how I'm feeling, every other day. What I've been trying to do is use it as an add-on to regular cardio rather than a replacement. So I'm hoping that the strength building and increase in cardiovascular fitness will help to build my running endurance and maybe a little bit of speed. I've never been that concerned for speed, but it does feel nice to be a little bit faster. Looks like there's 5 or 6 people visible on the climb, So it could be as many as 20 on the path right now. Not too bad, because we end up being spread out over the course of, what is it, 4.5 kilometers. I'd like to do the stairs at least once, maybe up to 3 times. We'll see how I'm feeling on the climb. I was here the day before yesterday at about, what was it, 5:30 in the morning. It was super cold, a little bit rainy, and nobody was on the path. So perfect. Cold enough that this is mid-June, I could see my breath. So I'm glad that being out here a little bit later, actual sun out above the horizon, that I'm warm, although chilly in my short sleeve, but I know given 5 short minutes I'm going to be overheating again. Unwisely. Why is this a lesson I have to learn too many times? Unwisely, I packed my gear quiver instead of my double quiver with water bottles. But I'm really not that far from supplies at any point. There's a 7-Eleven about half a kilometer away, and on the route home at about the 2-kilometer point is a Shell station that I could grab water or a Gatorade or something, so I'm not worried. It just takes away some of the overall hydration efficiency, but whatever, I'll get through. Morning. Slugwatch 2016. I do wish there wasn't busy roads to cross on this path. There's all kinds of signage saying watch out for cars. I wonder how many people have been hit crossing there. Just at the start of the path. Here's the view down, and here's the stairs. What I like is how well maintained these are. Great traction. Really like perfect height for steps too. You can both walk it and run it. I see people do both. And the counter's there every 25. That way you can pace yourself or set goals, or just desperately think in your mind, oh my god, I'm only at 25. I still have 200 or 300 or 400 more steps to go. I start feeling it at about the 200 step point. Not bad, but a burn. So far, my Vivobarefoot Motus are holding up really well. Although they have a smoother tread, they have a very nice grip on this gravel and nicely flexible on the stairs. The trail freaks probably wouldn't have done well on the stairs because it's possible that the tread would dig into the metal grating and work against me. Morning. 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 One of the other people that I follow is Jenny Lawson, the bloggess. She's got a couple books out, and similar to Wheaton, and interestingly enough, they correspond, having gotten to know each other through a gaffe that Jenny did some years back around pictures of people holding things. But anyway, she also speaks publicly about depression and anxiety and dealing with the conflict in people's perception of the world versus how you feel or perceive it, and that idea of normality. And I think she's done a great deal in providing support for people through her honesty and forthrightness. I think it's incredibly brave. And while I don't suffer from anxiety myself, depression has certainly been a factor in my life, both for myself and many people I know. And until people speak about it, you end up feeling alone and isolated. But the more that people reveal themselves, and it's an incredibly scary thing to do, but the more that people do it, that sense of aloneness dissipates, and you begin to realize that all of us, while unique in ourselves, don't suffer uniquely, that we're not alone in that. And that's kind of a wonderful thing to learn. Morning. Lots of berries in that. Is that bear? I don't know. Alright, turnaround point. Just checking on the Google app. 54 minutes, 4.2 kilometers, 5,800 steps. Doesn't show incline, although I'm curious to see what it looks like at the end. I'll just start the turnaround run in a couple minutes. That crazy guy just ran up and now is running back down. He has amazing calves. Ooh. All right, time for some running. The good thing I like about this is that it's all downhill running. Woo!